So moving on, we've got the pound Swiss. See a nice little move up here, and again a nice big one. Right here we see that it's overall downward trend. Okay, so the 4-hour trend and swing is down, the daily and the weekly. And again, if you'd got in at the inception of the trend, well, we're looking at around 250 pips. Okay, the Aussie, a nice little one here. This one didn't quite work out, but then it came out again. So, I hear it over and over again. Oh, well, people come to me for guidance, and they'll say I'm losing trades. Well, number one, what system are you using? Number two, how are you getting into it? Are you buying at resistance levels? Are you selling at support levels? And just because you lose on one trade doesn't mean that you shouldn't get back in again if the conditions are right. Okay, so what I mean is in this example, sometimes you need a grind. So sometimes trades don't work out, that fantastically as you intended in your mind. So either a lock-in profits or break even here, or a small loss, and a nice big win here. And that's the other thing to remember as well, is that you need to keep your risk small for the potential reward. There's some systems that will scalp the market and go for a few pips. Well, that's not what the trend profiteer system does. It is designed to minimize the risk, maximize the rewards, and be able to stay in the trend for as long as possible. But we'll come back to that in video 3. So dollar Swiss here, we've got an interesting situation here. And remember I said before, the trend is your friend until the end when it bends. Well, here is a possibility of when that trend is ending and bending. Notice here on the direction, you've got a bi-directional arrow, not up, not down, bi-directional. Okay, we've got the 4-hour trend, which we're on the 4-hour trend on the 4-hour charts right now, looking at the possibility of this crossover occurring here. We've got the trend follower changing from green to red. We've got the RSI already under the 50, which indicates that price is falling under pressure. Same with the MACD, it's under that horizontal line. And we've got a crossover occurring on the stochastic. Now, all of those indicators put together at the close of this candle, if it lines up, if it's well, first thing that will happen is this will change to red. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 red. Okay, so will it go forever? Well, there's a good potential reward here for a very small risk, but I don't know. It may be a false move. It may be a bear trap. What's a bear trap? A bear trap is when market has been is moving in a downward fashion, usually in a fast manner or with momentum. A lot of people say, whoa, it's going down. They jump in, being bears. They're shorting the trade. They're selling it, in other words. And boom, it reverses on them. And there's a number of reasons for that, and I'll go over them throughout this training with you. But they all get clobbered in a bear trap. Okay, it was a false move to the downside, and then it continues up its merry way upward. But it's really important to be able to take the trades when they present themselves and be able to not go on gut instinct, but be able to go through a mechanical process, a step-by-step process, to be able to, advise you of when good trade setups occur that provide excellent opportunities of reward compared to the risk that you're outlaying. Okay, so dollar CAD, we've got another situation here where it's just moved actually prior to coming on today on this video. This was actually upward because the 4-hour was upward, and we can see here we're only taking upward trades. Once again, we've got a really nice trade over here, and again, I'm not cherry picking them. There's about 350 odd pips, and right now around 325 odd pips. And again, very small risk for a very, very nice reward. So I hope you can see by now that it's really important when you take trades, when you take trend trades, to be using a good system, and to make sure that it all comes together, and most importantly, to be able to understand what the higher trends are doing, what the higher chart, the time frames are doing. It's only by doing that that will give you, the ability to be able to win a high percentage of your trades. Now, I'm not talking, 96 to 97% as you'll see, and the hyped up solutions out there. If you're winning 70 to 80% of your trades, or even less for that matter, if you've got good risk reward processes in place, then you're doing extremely well. So, the idea is to be able to get in on those trades when those opportunities come up, because of course, opportunities don't last forever. Let's just move on to the dollar yen. We'll wrap it up very shortly. Here we can see that upward movement is up. Okay, so 4-hour is up, both trend and swing. Daily is up, both trend and swing, and the weekly is up, both trend and swing. We've had a nice move here and a nice move here that that have seen good moves to the upside. So I think that we'll wrap it up for today. I hope that gives you an idea of, well, actually, we'll just go over this one. This is the euro. Now, the euro's been a bit of a zigzag, so it hasn't been producing those lovely, huge, moves that I've been showing. It's been going up and down, up and down, up and down. But here's the thing. If you lock in profits, then if the market moves against you, okay, if the dark side comes, then you might be able to, if you lock in profits, you at least walk away with some profit. Or even if you move it to break even, that's better than a losing trade every day of the week. Okay, so very small profit on this trade here. Fairly, not a big profit here, but 60 pips is 60 pips. This one I would not have taken because it's too far, and we actually got a Goldilocks indicator that gives you the ability to identify those sweet spots of when you should and shouldn't, even when the trade setup is lined up as a valid trade. Now this one is just about to happen, and this one interests me because obviously if it's upward, you wouldn't have taken this downward one here just recently, and it's just changed from bidirectional to upward. The other thing that I like about this is small risk, big potential reward, right up to here. So just to give you an idea, if the bar closed, everything else is in place. We're looking at around 35 pips or so to risk, and around 120 pips or higher for the reward. So that's how to trade. No matter what system you're trading, if you can go away with that today, then you're one step closer to finding success or consistent success as a trader. So that pretty much wraps up the trend profiteer system, what it can do for trend trades. It's extremely powerful. Again, I'm going to go over the exact rules, and you'll be able to download the rules manual as well as the template for a version of the system and the customized indicator that I'm throwing in as well. So I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, where we're going to discuss swing trades. Now, these are swings within trends. They're unlike swing trading, but they are very, very powerful at being able to identify additional opportunities to trend trade. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Until then, good trading, live well, and I'll see you soon.